Hey everyone, it's Mike, and I'm here with Isaac,
What's up?
and it's that time of year again. It is the Game Awards, the 2025 Game Awards are here, and well, as I personally feel about the Game Awards, it's kind of a award show that's kind of just a yearly ritual for gamers at this point that we kind of just sit down, watch a bunch of people pat themselves on the back for the what they've accomplished in the game industry. We watch a few game trailers and then we throw a fit over who wins game of the year, and then we just move on with our lives. Basically, it. At least for me, that's how I see it. I mean, I know Isaac has a different thought on it.
I mean, you're not wrong though, but again, I think you got to sit down and appreciate that at least the medium eventually now has a decent award show. I know over the years, back in the day, like Spike TV, like it was cool to kind of watch the award shows. But you know that there was certain level, like they had to figure out the balance. It was too much Hollywood, then they went the whole game route, but it was too much gaming, and then you had that VGX debacle
Yes,
that was a
I
mess.
know, I know.
And yeah, listen, it took a long time to get to this point. Now with Jeff Keighley kind of taking over the reins, trying to bring a proper video game award show. I think it's not been perfect. I'll come to admit that, especially in timing. I think they need to lower down the time into 2 hours, not this 3 hour nonsense, and maybe cut maybe some of the categories down a little bit. But for what it is, I think the industry was going to get to a point where they were going to look for a award show that represented the medium, and then that's all you can really ask for. And a lot of people do around the world do sit down to watch this and to gripe about it and to troll it sometimes, and to just like you said, wait for some hopefully some gaming news announcements too to be dropped as well. So yeah.
Personally speaking, I don't even bother watching this award ceremony anyway. I just wait for the game trailers to drop because that's really all I want to see. And I
Mhm.
just sit back and see what's announced later on, who won what. It's just rather than just sitting through 2 to 3 hours of like bleh. But again, it's a thing. I'm not gonna knock anyone who likes watching this. I
The
just
orchestra is pretty cool at the end, though. I always enjoyed the orchestra mashes up. I
yeah,
thought that was
obviously,
pretty
yeah,
fun, so I
yeah.
actually really do enjoy that.
But
And
anyway, we did try to do a recording like earlier, but the website was just not cooperating. So instead, we're going to just see, on GameSpot has the list of all the nominees for each category. So we're just going through them. From the back to the front, best esports team. I can't really say anything about that because I don't know any of these teams, so really can't really comment on that. However, best esports athlete, I would say one that I instantly recognize is Mena RD, and I definitely have to give it to him because he is definitely one of the best Street Fighter 6 players I've ever seen in recent years. He just has a very awesome playstyle, and even though not a lot of people like his personality, but I still like how he plays, so I go with him. Yeah, best esports game. Yeah, another game. I can't really
Valorant,
comment.
Legends, Counter Strike 2, Dota 2, Mobile Legends, Bang
I have
Bang.
never
I've
heard
never
of learned of Mobile Legends.
Mobile
Obviously, Mobile
Legends is
Legends
Bang Bang.
obviously try to be a League of Legends like knockoff.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like because I have heard of the name Mobile Legends.
hmm
It's just a League of Legends knockoff, and I just like, eh. And I'm not really particularly fond of any of these games. I did
Counter Strike
play.
2,
I mean,
still kicking it.
obviously, yeah, it's a legacy game.
Legacy game.
I mean, and I did play Valorant for a little while, but it's basically
Counter
Counter
Strike. It was
Strike,
magic.
but
And
with Magic and for Zoomers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's be honest. That's basically what Valorant is. It's Counter-Strike for Zoomers, and it's all right. It's fun. It's fun at times if you want like Counter-Strike with an edge. I guess I would still give it to Counter-Strike 2 though, just because it's a legacy game. And it's really good. Content Creator of the Year. All right, there's only two on this that I recognize, being Moist Critical and Kai Cenat.
Sakura Miko and then Burnt.
Sakura Miku, the Burnt Peanut and K-Drill. I don't know those three. Kai Cenat and Moist Critical are the only two I know.
Probably. Who do you think's gonna get that?
Probably Kai Cenat, just because he has a bigger reach. He's more popular.
He's been everything.
He's been doing a lot of everything. Yeah. Moist Critical. He's solely he's a bit of on the back burner when it comes to content creation. He's mostly just commentates and plays on Twitch. And I'm not too crazy about Moist Critical these days, to be honest. I kind of stopped watching him a couple of years back because his content kind of get a little bit still for my taste. And Kai Cenat, obviously he appeals to a much more younger demographic.
And a broader audience, especially he does his major streamathons.
Yep. Yeah, he does those subathons. They're really big, and he's really popular. I believe he's just under Iron Mouse as the most
watched streamer
unless somebody took it for. I think that was like even last year. I think there's someone else who's number one now, but regardless, he's still pretty freaking popular.
Yeah.
So I think he would get Content Creator of the Year.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game, Grand Theft Auto 6.
You know what? I don't understand why this is a category.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like that was one of my biggest pet peeves. Like why? And like we're just
again
giving an award.
This is my issue with these award ceremonies.
There's some. Well, if you remove stupid things like most anticipated game, like this is the part where I think some of the fat needs to be cleared off these award shows. Like for stuff like that. Like why are we doing that for anticipation game? Gonna give an award for a game that might be ass. Like once it gets released.
Exactly. It's a stupid award, and it's just for the industry to pat themselves on the back. It's just like, but if I have to cast a vote, it would obviously be Grand Theft Auto 6, hands down.
I wouldn't cast a vote on that, but
I wouldn't. Obviously, I wouldn't, but I'm saying that's obviously what's gonna win, hands down, no doubt about it. Best multiplayer, okay. This is slightly a toss-up because a lot of these games are very popular and very good. Right now, what's the current hotness is Arc Raiders, that PvP/E extraction shooter is all the talk of the town right now. It's very popular, made by the same people who made the Finals of the game that I really, really love. And I hear nothing but good things about it. People saying it's a very cinematic experience that it's not replicated anywhere else. So it explains why it's so popular. Battlefield 6, though, also really solid game from what I've heard. People just thinking it's really back to form, especially considering the direction that past Battlefield games have gone and how abysmal Battlefield 2042 was. Was it called 2042? I'm not sure. Elden Ring, Night Rain. It was pretty good. Obviously, a lot of people said it was good, but it's not as popular as now. Even though they did announce a new DLC for it, it might be worth a consideration. Peak, another game that's an indie game, a climbing survival simulator. That's a lot of people call this kind of game "quote unquote" friend slop, but it's a game that obviously you're meant to play with friends, just like Lethal Company. And it does lead to very hilarious, humorous moments that obviously can't be replicated in many other games. And then last we have Split Fiction, which is the game by Joseph Ferris's company the company that's known for making these
It Takes
narratives.
Two,
That It Takes Two,
A Way Out.
A Way Out, Two Brothers.
Yeah.
Those games, those 2-player like story driven.
I actually enjoyed Split Fiction in terms of its action and its pacing. It's not, again, it doesn't reinvent the wheel though, but the fact that how creatively that was used in both ways too, I thought that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
And so
Best sports racing game. Oh God. Sonic Racing Crossroads will probably get it because another game that I keep hearing nothing but praise for as a game that takes
everything that what Mario Kart World was supposed to be.
Well, it's not everything that Mario Kart. In fact, the reason why it's so popular is because it doesn't do with what Mario Kart World did with the whole open world thing. What it does, it just has a solid racing mechanics and the whole crossroads mechanic where you're basically you go cross between two separate different racetracks. And just also obviously it has a lot of characters. It's basically an evolution of Sega's All-Star Racing Transformed.
Yes.
It's basically a sequel to that in terms of its
Sonic R.
Yeah, or Sonic R, yeah. Or it just takes everything about like a lot of popular like Sonic racing games of the past, like Sonic R or Sonic Riders, and combines them all into this one game, and it's why it's so popular.
Interesting, the rematch is also in there too.
Yeah, it's a very recent one. It's obviously a sports game by Slow Clap, and I know it's a game that I kept bugging you to look into.
Yeah,
because I figured you'd be into
football, soccer, football, pretty much. At other candidates, EA Sports, probably nobody cares. F125, nobody cares. Mario Kart World.
It would have been one, but people dropped that game so fast. It was overall
Nintendo's neglect of it and not giving a crap about it. So yeah, that's gonna have a hard time winning. Best sim and strategy game, if you don't honestly. I mean, I'm not gonna tell
the two games. I even reckon
Final Fantasy Tactics probably being the biggest of the one.
Yeah, it's like a remaster / like update of the original Final Fantasy Tactics.
Sid Meier's Civilization 6?
I believe that is
5, 6.
Yeah.
No, 7.
Yeah, that's what I was say.
7.
It's because the only reason I recognize is because Final Fantasy
7
had the Roman numeral like that. Yeah. But I'm not too big on Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah.
The only two that I would be in consideration is Final Fantasy Tactics and The Alters. Although I heard there was a little bit of a controversy that people were complaining about AI, which is dumb, but it's just like I think the game itself is very unique about having this one person, but with different personalities across multiple different like timelines is such a unique concept for a strategy simulation game, and it's really cool. But if I have to pick one, I would pick Final Fantasy Tactics. It's just it. Best family game. Okay, again, a lot of games that I mentioned before, like Mario Kart, Sonic Racing, and Split Faction. Donkey Kong Bonanza, a cool game. It's a cool game. I definitely don't think it is the like a really game changer of a release. Definitely, it's like a little bit like Minecrafty, where you build and destroy in the environment, and you take advantages of like Donkey Kong just like smashing and crashing and just destroying the environment, which is fun which I definitely think is cool and fun, but I don't know. Lego Party, I think might actually get it because it's basically just Mario Party with Lego, and a lot of people have really been enjoying it for what it is. And obviously a family game is a game that the whole family can get into. So I feel like that
Lego Party might be the bigger one.
Lego Party might be the bigger one.
But again, Sonic Racing's still in there.
And yeah, Sonic Racing.
So it might give it
might get that as well.
It might get that as well. I could totally see that.
Oh God. Okay.
Here's Fatal Fury better win this. And I'm not saying this because of that, because there's 3 games in there. They're all collection games, and then there's one game that is basically
A re-release.
a re-release. So
Yeah.
if it's not either
And
two, and all respect to 2XKL,
And honestly,
there's not enough of a foundation yet for that game yet.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that even though I enjoy 2XKO, it's in early access and it's nowhere close to being a complete game. It's not even on consoles yet.
Yeah.
So I don't think it deserves the game. The only game I generally feel it deserves is Fatal Fury. City of Rules as a complete finished game that you can buy now.
Exactly.
And play and enjoy it without any without any crap and everything else. Again, like you said, they're just game collections, and another is just like it's just an ancient re-release just to build hype for the next Virtua Fighter game that comes out.
Yeah, I agree.
Best RPG, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I don't even need to like consider it. So many people as an RPG
this is the game where I think people are saying that they're gonna sweep.
It most likely will, because just the buzz behind that game and what it did, especially for such a small team, making such a triumphant game. It has to win. Avowed, no. Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance, I heard, was pretty good.
Yeah.
But no. Outer Worlds 2, no. And Monster Hunter Wilds pains me to say, but also no, simply because issues with optimization and performance aside, this is one of the Monster Hunter Wilds is the most disappointing for me, because it's a game that I was looking forward to so much, and I feel like it was the experience was just so gutted compared to past Monster Hunter games, or at least just compared to Monster Hunter Worlds, that I could not get into this game as much as the past Monster Hunter games. It even made me appreciate Monster Hunter Wilds. It made me appreciate Monster Hunter Rise a lot more, and that's a game I didn't like that much either.
Makes sense.
Best action adventure game,
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and Split Fiction again. I'll admit I've not really looked into any of these games at the moment, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend, but if my best guess of what wins best action adventure game, I'm probably going to lean Ghost of Yotei.
I was going to lean Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Okay, fair enough.
Because just the popularity of that game is incredibly huge, and it delivers on everything that Team Cherry wanted for that game, and the fact that the game was in development for so long and it came out as it did, I think alone just
it came out of nowhere too. I said, we're done.
Yeah, it's just we're done. We're finally done with it.
Yeah.
But Ghost of Yotei also maybe. I mean, I know some people have the issues with Ghost of Yotei. I just think if just from a gameplay standpoint, obviously if you like Ghost of Tsushima, then you're probably going to like Ghost of Yotei. Story aside, so maybe that might be a close second. Best action game. Okay.
Battlefield 6, Doom, The Arc Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance.
I would give it to Ninja Gaiden 4, personally, just because it looks like everything that made the old Ninja Gaiden games so good. The fast combat, the brutal violence, and just
you're probably right, but I probably wouldn't also sleep on Hades 2 because of, I remember again, Supergiant was their first popular one. Was Hades 1 was very popular and well done. Really, really well game that I have not played yet. I gotta sit down and play that yet. But
my only issue with Hades 2 is just that because they were in early access for so long that it kind of felt like the hype for that game died down.
Yeah.
So
that is the dangers of early access.
So that's why I feel like it wouldn't be as well
It wouldn't
known.
give him as much fanfare heading into
But
the award show.
that
But
being said, I do think it probably will win because you gotta also remember that like the viewers, the vote, the actual gamers get only 10% of the vote, and I feel like they would lean more into Hades for personal reasons. So I think that would get it.
really, only 10% of the vote. That's terrible.
Yep, this is why I don't even bother, man.
Yeah.
Best VR AR game. Personally, I do not care. So
Yeah,
moving
moving
on.
on. Best
Mobile game. I know
I-
most people wouldn't care, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. If Wuthering Waves, because that's a game that I play, and it's a game that is on PC.
I don't care.
And obviously, a lot of people don't care about mobile games. That's fair
But
enough.
Destiny Horizon, Persona 5, Phoenix X, Sonic Rumble, and
Uma Musume Pretty Derby. It was a
Derby.
game that was a bit of a meme for a while, and I have seen some gameplay of it. Like,
Is this the game where
it's the game where it's anime horse racing.
Yeah,
It's the anime
but
horse
it's
racing.
women.
Game. But you actually, again, anime horse racing. Actual anime girls as horses.
That's so weird.
And
Okay.
it was a bit of a meme for a while. It was a little bit popular. Obviously it fell off. It fell off, but yeah, I kind of it'd be funny if it won, but I would give it to Wuthering Waves. But if
I don't think people would award a meme game.
I mean, it's a game that's been out in Japan for a while. It only recently came to America this year. I just say it's a meme game because so many streamers were playing it as a joke. That's why I said it's a meme game. So obviously, it's
which is probably not going to win for the reason why you stated.
But and Destiny Rising. I mean, it's Destiny on mobile, and I don't know. Destiny as a franchise isn't as strong as it originally was, but and I couldn't say much about Persona 5 The Phantom X. I know some friends play that, but a lot of people really don't like how the monetization for that game is handled. And also people don't really like that it is directly connected to Persona 5. So fans of Persona 5 have to play this if they want to learn more about the game, and they don't like the fact that it's, their favorite, the continuation of their favorite game is a mobile game. It's just like, this is for a lot of people. But again, I would give it to Wuthering Waves. Best debut indie game, Clair Obscura again. But that being said, Dispatch and Megabonk are very strong contenders.
I enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Dispatch. I think it's very well written. I thought it was very enjoyable at the moment. I still haven't finished the rest of Dispatch yet. It's getting so much popularity that it's being pushed hopefully for a second season right now. No, I think it's one of the more better Telltale games. I shouldn't say that because this is my first realm into Telltale games. Although
Telltale style
games. Although I've been playing those games since days of Monkey Island and even Indiana Jones when LucasArts did those
point and click adventure games,
which is technically that's all Telltale games are. But in terms of the production value for this, I thought it was very well done and written. So I actually did find it enjoyable.
My only issue with Dispatch is the use of YouTubers and streamer influencers as voice actors, which I really wish a lot of games would stop leaning into for that popularity aspect. Especially there's that one character. Who's that one bat character?
Moist Criticals,
Moist Critical plays it,
and then Jacksepticeye plays, I believe, the small Irish guy.
Yeah, it's just like it's like please, I get it. It's tempting to use like YouTubers for the popularity, but please reach out to professionals.
Here's the weird situation about that, because at one end you're either complaining about that you're actually using actual star talent like Aaron Paul and Jeffrey Wright, who are legit star talent, and then on the other hand you're talking about using YouTubers. So I feel like this was a balance of both. And then you do have some you also have some respectable voice actors in the business that are in this. So it's a little bit of a mix of everything, which I would be towards, but I feel like they figured their balance of all of that as well. So I'm not really, again, and I think it all worked out together at the end. I think it was, again, the writing is fantastic, and I also enjoy the comedy in it as well. So I think they found a decent balance of all three of that.
I would still, regardless, I would still 86 the YouTubers personally.
I am leaning towards Expedition 33. I think this is the game that's
Just gonna sweep like
it's gonna sweep.
Expedition 33 sweep.
I agree.
Megabonk maybe just because I know it was popular for a while, but it's basically Vampire Survivors mixed with Risk of Rain. Might win, might not, but again, Expedition 33. Best independent again, Expedition 33. Although Ball Exp Absolutum and actually Hollow Knight and Expedition 33 are going to probably duel. It could go between those two, personally speaking.
Yeah.
Ball X Pit, also a really cool game. Basically, a mixture of like breakout slash like RPG slash roguelike slash town builder. It's a crazy game that is just a combination of many different genres, and it's completely unique in its own way. And it's just like a very incredible game for what it is. Absolutum, also a cool game. I mean, it's an RPG, beat 'em up in the style of those like Dungeons and Dragons, Capcom games, or Dragon's Crown. So it is cool. Although I'm not particularly fond of the art style, but I do think it's a really cool game. But again, I would give it to either the Expedition 33 or Hollow Knight. Best community support. Okay, so I probably I don't know. I don't know. This is for me as a toss because I don't know how the communities for any of these games are doing.
This is another nomination I would get rid of. I'm sorry. This I don't.
Yeah, I agree with you
No,
because I really need to be awarded to know how good the community managers are managing the community. When the community is technically a thing in of itself that you really can't like control that much, other than like basic moderation of telling people not to fight with each other.
Yeah, I
Stuff
don't
like
know what
that.
that is. I guess that community support also probably leads to streamers, and I guess that also includes
Content creators
as
probably.
well. So yeah, this is one I get rid of.
Yeah, best ongoing game. I would instantly give it to Marvel Rivals because it's a game that obviously I'm playing. That being said, I think
Fortnite probably takes it.
It's going to be between those two. Helldivers 2 is kind of fallen off, and Final Fantasy 14 is kind of its own thing. And No Man's Sky, again, is still hanging in there. It's still being updated, but it's a game that's kind of past its prime at this point. So it would either be Fortnite or Marvel Rivals. I would obviously give it to Marvel Rivals. Games for Impact, another category I do not care about because these are the games that are they're promoting a quote unquote positive message in the gaming industry, which is completely nebulous to most people who play video games. So unfortunately, it's not something I can really comment on unless you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. South of Midnight, I've always been looking forward to playing, only for its art style and because it's a very unique take about like the Bayou of Louisiana and South, and how they're using that mythology about it. So to me, it's probably the game that I have the most curiosity of playing. But yeah. Again, I can be with it. I can be without it. It's a category that it's either one. It doesn't need to be there. It could be there.
It's just like innovation and accessibility. Again, another category that I really don't care. It's just to games that have accessibility options, colorblind options, control options for disabled people.
And to be fair to these categories, these are not the main ones that are going to be announced. They're probably going to be
going to be the
ones that they hate. Yeah. These are the ones that were awarded on the side and stuff like that. So
obviously. But it's whatever. Best performance. Okay.
This is voice
actors, and personally, I don't. Other than
Troy Erika Ishii, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox is the guy who plays Daredevil. He's the dude who's Matt Murdock and Daredevil.
Erica
Mac
Ishii is the girl who plays
Yote,
He's the girl.
Kacha Kato, Jennifer English, and Troy
I believe,
Baker.
I believe Ben Starr is the guy who plays the main protagonist in Claire Obscure. I believe.
Maybe I thought it was Charlie Cox.
Was it?
It's Charlie Cox.
All right, sorry. It's like, yeah, it was Charlie Cox. Correct. Sorry. I know
Yeah.
people are gonna be upset in the comment section. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember that. I was actually kind of surprised that it was him playing it again. Like this kind of goes back to your situation about like the main actors. Like he's a Hollywood actor playing in doing voice acting in video games, which now it seems like everything's now kind of clouded together at this point, though. But
Oh, wait a second.
anyway,
Ben Starr is in Claire Obscure. He wasn't.
also in Claire's Court. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I wasn't necessarily wrong. Okay. Best audio design. Again, I can't really comment on that. I mean, Claire Obscure just for music, but this is audio design, so it could be like sound effects, environmental, like
atmosphere. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really comment. Yeah,
I guess like Ghost of Yote would make sense in terms of sound immersion, and then probably Claire Obscure are probably the ones that give you the best edge. Funny how we not mention anything about Death Stranding.
I mean, it's a take it or leave it, just like many
just like the first one.
It's a love it or hate it game.
Yeah,
and it's not really much to say. I mean, I'm sure it has good audio because like the game is all about just being immersed in just like dreadful world, and I'm sure Kojima had something like really cooked up for this because I know they do. He spends a lot of time on audio.
Yeah.
Score and music again, Claire Obscure, but I did listen to some of the tracks in my time just because everyone was always a buzz about it.
The music,
it's people said it's so good.
Yeah,
it's really really good.
Okay.
Just moving things along quickly. Best art direction. Again, Claire Obscure. Because that whole game is about its art.
Yeah,
it's literally the whole game is about its art. The French painting and just escaping the painter. Because
again, I think the second you could argue was Ghost of Yote again and Hollow Knight Silk Song. I think maybe the close second and third. That probably could end up taking that.
Best narrative again.
Yeah, listen, I think it has an honest chance of sweeping this year.
Yeah, it does. Although I do think this could go between any of these.
Yeah,
to be perfectly honest. Because from what I've heard, all these games have like very strong narratives. So
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I heard it was very good. Silent Hill F, very well done as well in terms of narrative and stuff like that.
Although I will say that Silent Hill F, its message might turn some people off, but who knows.
That's here and there. That's fair enough.
Oh God, best adaptation. Oh my God. If I would have to give it to one, it would be the Minecraft movie out of pity.
You know what? There was a lot of controversy about this because one that was left out was Sonic 3.
Yes, that
it came out this year, and people were wondering, and the report is they forgot that Sonic 3 was released last year. So this is another category. I get it. This is one of those mediums that are trying to spread into movie and film. But to be honest, this would be one I would remove.
Yeah.
I would not want.
Just save it for the movie award, whatever movie awards are there.
Exactly.
Again, if I have to vote for one, it would be the Minecraft movie. But I can take it or leave it because just like a lot of these, everything else was very poorly received by the actual people who play the games when it comes to adaptation. Especially, for me personally, I hated Netflix's Devil May Cry. It was not Devil May Cry. It was, quote unquote, Lady May Cry, because Dante felt like he was completely sidelined for Lady. And it's just like, and it was the story and the way it was just very dumb. Moving on. Game direction, hey, again,
Listen, it gets tighter. At least the categories are getting better in terms of best game direction. So, um, again, I don't know what game direction entails.
I guess game direction entails just what the actual direction of the game is in terms of
That's how you
its
word
style.
it.
Yeah, I can't use the
That's how
same
you
word to
word it. That's
describe
why I
it.
didn't say it.
I know it's just I believe what game direction is to describe how the game is overall presented in terms of just a little bit of everything in terms of its overall presentation. Basically, it's what it means. And again, Claire Obscure would probably get it, but who knows? And lastly, game of the year. Again,
It's a strong list, other than I would probably move Donkey Kong Bonanza. I just feel like there was no talk about that. Hades 2, I see no real talk about that. So if you really, they're really the strongest ones right now. I think, again, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, I think is going to sweep it this year. Again, nothing against Death Stranding 2. I think it's a leave or a ticket game for Kojima. If you like Kojima's style and art direction, you're going to love it. If you're not big in Kojima's style and art direction, you didn't play it. Hades 2, again, like you said, I think the fact that Hades 2 took such a long time of being released to the public probably hurt his momentum headed into the award series. Hollow Knight, I think Hollow Knight Silksong may get a shot.
I think
may get a shot.
I was about to say maybe, but I think it probably. I don't think it's probably game of the year, but it should absolutely win indie game of the year. I think, personally speaking,
Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah, but I don't think it should win game of the year.
And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I don't know much about it. Heard good things about it. I haven't really focused on it though, so I don't know if
I think
Claire
Claire
Obscure
Obscure is probably
Exposition.
gonna win it. Yeah. So that's all the categories, and Claire Obscure is probably gonna sweep because it's just a game that people have been calling it a generational game.
It took people, it took so many people off guard, and how fantastically well that game was so well designed. And I think mostly because it was such a message towards AAA gaming, in terms of this is how a game can actually focus on when you allow a team to kind of bootstrap work on their their passion project, and really care about delivering a great game experience, and not worry about the checks and balances and appealing into
the quote unquote wider audience,
and most importantly the stockholders and in AAA businesses. So I think Expedition 33 is going to get a lot of love. A lot of love.
I agree. So what do you think about the nominations? Do you think that your favorite is going to win, or you think some other game is going to win with these nominations? Are you looking forward to the Game Awards, or do you not care? If you just let us know. If you like what we do here, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mike with Isaac, and we are saying peace.